Our photojournalist is in downtown Fort Collins over the Poudre River right now. How's the water level this morning so far?
Well, Christine, I can only tell you what it looks like right now compared with when I was here at 6 a.m. yesterday morning. So let's get to it. I'm going to kind of zoom into a river gauge that I'm going to show you. When Lindsay Sablon and I were here yesterday morning, this gauge that I'm about to show you was completely, well, not quite completely. You see that little circular piece of metal coming out on the right-hand side. The water was basically cascading at the bottom of that box. So let me pull back out. You can see it looks to me to be the river is down about 4 feet from what it was, say, 30 hours ago. So that's the good news. The bad news, as you can see as I pull out here, it is raining here in Fort Collins and has been raining for about the last 2 hours. Overnight and up until now, we think we may have had about a ½ inch of fresh rain. I'm going to show you the current radar here with my Storm Shield app on my cell phone, so just bear with me for a second because I want folks to see this. This is our concern. Hang on a second, folks, bear with me. And I'm going to lead this up for a second so you can absorb it. That's a pretty huge area of fresh rainfall. You can see Greeley to the right, Estes Park to the left, probably Erie on the south end of that. Rain shadow, and maybe Wellington Bellevue to the north. So it is raining up here right now, like as I said, and has been, and that's a concern because it doesn't seem to be moving and it doesn't seem to be letting up. We've been a little fortunate here in town in that we think we've had about, I'd say, 4.5 inches out of this whole event. So here in town, things are good. But I'd like to tell you, we are here on the Lincoln Avenue Bridge, which is closed. This is one of 4 bridges in the city of Fort Collins that remains closed. This is the bridge that leads out of downtown, Old Town Fort Collins. You know, it's where Mountain Avenue becomes Lincoln Avenue. We're in the so-called Brewery Triangle. This is the Poudre River. Obviously, this is the Ranchway Feeds building here off to my left. And then back in there is Old Town Fort Collins. The other bridges in town that are currently closed are the Linden Street Bridge and Overland Trail and Shields. So Overland Trail, Shields, and Linden to the west of me. Lincoln Avenue Bridge here in downtown Fort Collins. Timberline Bridge is open. Prospect Avenue, East Prospect should be open. I'll be headed down there for a Larimer County Sheriff's Office update here at 10 o'clock. Lastly, if you're just joining us, updates this morning, we think we have a second person in Larimer County that is presumed dead, missing, presumed dead, an 80-year-old woman in Big Thompson Canyon. And 482 people are still unaccounted for in Larimer County as we speak. So it's wet here in town and doesn't look to be letting up, and we'll join you again in a little bit. Back to you.
Major, thank you for that live update. We appreciate it. Right now, our coverage of the Colorado floods continues, and Air Tracker 7 flying over some of the damage this morning.